You can do it. You can go create. Just get to it. I promise you'll feel great. Because life can get ugly, and art sure can too. What matters is to do it. Let those feelings flow through you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Ugly Podcast, the Minisode. It's just me. Hi, I'm Lore. I am your ugly art weirdo. Today I'm wearing a hat and I reject my mortal gender t-shirt. It's one of my favorites. And I'm here with the Minisode today. So like I mentioned in the last Minisode, if you didn't listen to it, that's fine. I'm trying out these minisodes as a way to kind of touch base with you and just myself, really, about where I'm at in my own creative journey. I have been really stuck in this kind of facilitator coach mindset where as a perfectionist myself, that ends up making me feel like I have to have all the answers for my audience. And I very much don't, and I'm still fumbling my way through this creative space, both as a facilitator and as an artist. So yeah, this is the second mini-sode with just me, and I'm just gonna kind of give you a rundown of what I've been doing since the last month. I started an intuitive painting class on Fridays, and here in Tacoma, it's taking place at the Center for Spiritual Living. And it's been really good so far. The 2 sessions that I went to have been really nice. Very similar to just what I do normally with my own kind of ugly art practice, but trying really hard not to focus on putting the label ugly on there, and just allowing things to flow out, wondering when a painting is done and listening to your intuition when the painting is done. So that's been interesting. Something that I've learned to do a little bit with my feelings paintings and just kind of just, feeling it out when something feels done. But especially as I start to do larger works, larger paintings, I'm a little unfamiliar with how to know when it's done, how to do it in the first place. So that's also been the second thing that I've been doing, is working on a larger painting. It's like 24 by 36, I think, on a canvas, doing acrylic. And acrylic is new for me. I don't love it. I don't love it. It's not fun so far. Every time I have added to the canvas, I have hated it a little more. But I'm kind of just allowing this to be the process of just painting and not really liking what's going on and seeing what's there in that space, in that emotional space, in that creative space. Um so that's been what I've been doing in my free time, is working on the larger acrylic piece. And I am honestly, I'm just proud that I started it in the first place, because I have had, this intention to start exploring acrylics and trying to translate some of my feelings paintings into an acrylic space and onto a canvas rather than watercolor. And so far has not been going well. Granted, I don't think I'm really setting myself up for success. My feelings paintings are tiny. They're like little 3x4 or whatever, little squares of watercolor, rectangles of watercolor paper, and I just jumped straight to huge canvas. Paint your feelings, Lore. And I don't know if that was the smartest route to go, but that's the route that I went with. I did also, because I had this revelation, I picked up some smaller canvases to play around with. So that will be kind of my next iteration as I continue on the larger canvas and just exploring this feeling of truly hating and wrestling with this painting over it, and it's truly a different painting every single time I start and stop. It is a completely different thing with, layers upon layers of random stuff that is totally unrelated and not cohesive at all. But I guess that's just kind of my art style. So I think what I'm wrestling with is like, how do you know what is your art style versus what are you like learning? So I don't know if, the smaller pieces are really just where I shine and where I'm comfortable and where I want to live. And then if the big pieces are like, that's what I'm learning, right? So I'm hoping that I start to, with time, I will see, I guess. I don't know. Uh, so those are kind of what I've been doing this month. I will say I've been feeling, at least today especially, I made quite a bit of art today. I woke up and I made some art with my partner, and then I came home and I made some more art by myself. And it was kind of a mixed bag of stuff that I kind of liked, kind of didn't like, but a lot of it, again, just feels there's a disjointedness to my art that is bothering me. Again, probably, perfectionist thinking that all or nothing is that I have to have a specific style. I also I met up with somebody in the community, in the Spaceworks community, who, and we're talking about maybe doing a show together, putting an art show on together, and that is a really exciting prospect. But my God, has my inner critic been like screaming at me in the background, like, "What are you doing? You don't you are not going to be able to do an art show. Like, what are you thinking?" So that's the inner critic, and I know the inner critic's just scared shitless of this whole experience. So I'm trying to give myself a lot of grace there, as I would encourage other people as well. Truly, right now I am coaching myself through a lot of stuff that's just coming back up as I start to try new things. Because when I first started doing ugly art and putting myself out there and working on this perfectionism stuff, I was feeling really good and just so excited that I had like broken down and pushed through these walls that I had put up for myself. And I was just like, I did it. I fixed it. Like, I pushed through the walls and I got past the perfectionism. Like, I'm healed, kind of that kind of mindset. And I know that that's not how this works. It doesn't matter how much you know it. It's still disappointing when the maladaptive aspects of your perfectionism come back to you and you're like, okay, we're back here again. We're back in this maladaptive space. What now? But it's not a circle. You're not on a carousel just revisiting the same spot over and over again. It is a spiral. I can't remember where, like, the first time I heard the spiral kind of metaphor. um, Thinking of words is hard today, but that idea that like you're on a spiral, you're moving, you're repeating cycles, yes, and you have more knowledge, you're in a different space. So I'm on the spiral. I'm in a I'm in a place on the spiral that is a bit frustrating because I feel like I've been here before and I should be past this by now. Um, but that's not how this whole thing works. It's just not. And so we allow we allow those crunchy feelings of disappointment and frustration, while at the same time continuing to just put one foot in front of the other, wrestle with the painting that's giving you grief, continue to show up for your regular practice, Do the thing that's comforting and comfortable for you, and also try to like take those baby steps out of your comfort zone to try the new thing. That's where I'm at right now. I also, one of the thoughts that I had that I wanted to explore and see if this resonates with anybody is this issue of self-doubt being part of the comfort zone. So it's so easy to, you keep reliving those thought patterns of, oh no, I'm not an artist, I'm not good enough. I don't measure up to those people. Like those people are out of my league, so I will never be an artist like that. That kind of the doubt and self-doubt there, like it has become, I've noticed, a comfort zone for me, to the point where I will notice myself, even though I don't really even feel self-doubt in the moment, I will feel myself thinking I should feel self-doubt, and maybe self-doubt might feel better, which is silly. I don't know, maybe I'm not explaining it well enough, but it feels like an identity at this point. Self-doubt has become an identity for me that I am working on shedding. I don't need to talk myself down in front of other people. I don't need to dismiss the achievements that I've made. I can just be where I am and allow myself to be where I am, which is so much farther than I was even 2 years ago, a year ago. But yeah, doubting myself is like an identity that feels safe to me. And the idea of being, proud and confident feels like that's not me, though. Even though those are just characteristics that I do inhabit from time to time, there's a voice in my head that's saying that's like not who I am. And that makes me sad. It makes me sad, and it makes me wonder what it is about that identity that feels safe. And, maybe it's the belief that kind of was ingrained in me from family values of like, don't be too full of yourself, don't be braggadocious. I remember one time somebody gave me a compliment. I was at dinner with my grandparents, and someone gave me a compliment, said I looked like, they said I was beautiful and looked like some actress or whatever. Um, something that oh my gosh, I'm doing it right now. In my head, I'm like, you don't even look like that person. So it was a stupid comment to begin with. I'm gonna zip zip my lips. Okay. So this person gave me a very nice compliment. And my grandpa, like I smiled and I said thank you. It was a really nice thing. And my grandpa was just like, don't let that go to your head. Like don't take that personally. And it was just like, it just like felt so unfortunate where like, you get a compliment and you get that like boost in ego, and then somebody's just like, you can't feel that. That's not for you to feel. That deflation, that sucks. And I got a lot of those messages growing up that, you know, compliments and thinking highly of yourself meant that you were a bad person, or, and I think that over time, that self doubt and just general like feelings of being small or unimportant or not good at things just really ingrained itself into me. And so I'm just trying to pay attention to that. Um, Especially with, this possibility of doing my first art show. That voice is definitely very strong, and it wants to keep showing up and like putting myself down, and like not even in a mean way, but like in a like humble way, I guess. Like it wants to just like dismiss any compliments or any like of those kind of thoughts that I would be an artist or have, good artistic instinct or whatever. I just keep wanting to talk myself down. So trying to really hard to pay attention to that and not allow that self-doubt to remain an identity and just have that be like a characteristic that I have from time to time, and also not a place that I need to live. So confidence and I don't know if pride is the right word, but definitely like confidence in my work and in how far I've come and in what I'm able to do and challenge myself to do. Yeah, that's I think that's that. So those are the things that are going on this month. That's where I'm at. I would love to know where you're at, if there's anything that you are struggling with right now, or things you would like to just have somebody to talk to about. Please shoot me an email, or you know, yeah, no, email's great. Email's great. Substack is great. Um, yeah, my email is lore@scribeandsunshine.com. I'll have it in the show notes. I mean, you can find it on my website, Scribe and Sunshine. And remember that I have junk journaling here in Tacoma second Tuesday of every month. No, sorry, second Wednesday of every month. So the next one is December 10th. And I've got Come As You Art the third Thursday of every month. I am still going to be doing things at the Tacoma Night Market. My feelings paintings are up there, and I will probably be doing a community art project there soon. And yeah, I hope you're doing well. I would love to be in touch and see how you're doing. And if not, I hope that this helps you feel a little less alone in wherever your mind is at right now. And again, maybe this needs to be like I'll have to make a note about making this like the intro for minisodes, but like these episodes, these minisodes where I'm kind of talking about like things that I'm struggling with or wondering about or whatever, they are not like, this isn't a place where I'm looking for advice. I don't want advice right now. If I ever do want advice, I will let you know. But this is just kind of a place for me to talk about what I'm exploring, where I'm at, and for you to see what this process looks like for somebody who is a self described perfectionist who struggles with perfectionism, and struggles with the process. Just, I really want the process to be straightforward, and it is not. It never is. It drives me nuts, but I still keep going because I know that it's worth it. So that is my whole thing, is just I want these minisodes to encourage you along the path that is frustrating, and we can do it anyway. So if that's you, great. If that's not you, then maybe these minisodes aren't for you. But whoever you are, I hope your art is fulfilling you and inspiring you, and you're being inspired by the people around you. And that's all. Okay, keep it ugly. The Ugly Podcast is created by me, Laura Alexander of Scribe and Sunshine. It's produced and sort of edited also by me, and written and directed by absolutely no one. Our theme song was written and produced by the amazing Zoe Tronic. If you like the podcast, be sure to rate and leave a review on your preferred platform and share with the creative people in your life. If you're interested in learning more about what I do, head to scribeandsunshine.com to learn more about my ugly art workshops and my editing services. If you haven't yet today, I dare you to make that thing you've been thinking about making but have been too scared it's gonna be terrible. Make it terrible. And as always, keep it ugly.
You can do it. You can go create. Just get to it. I promise you'll feel great.